Hey everybody, this is your coach Tyler here. Welcome into today's mobility project. We are targeting the back, your lower back. And you can see I'm holding up a few objects. We're going to go right into this. I'm going to use the AccuMobility ball, but I also showed you could use a tennis ball. You could use the head attachment for any kind of percussion gun, like a Theragun you might have. And you're just going to put it on one side of the lower back, not on the spine, but to the side of it. So I'm starting on the right, I put it on my right lower back, and then I cross my right foot over that left knee as my left foot is flat on the floor. Then we're just going to oscillate, kind of rotate, roll side to side onto and off of that ball. Now the ball should kind of be in a soft, muscle dense area of that lower back. It shouldn't feel like it's on your hip bone. And again, it shouldn't feel like it's on your spine. It's to the side of it and at the lower portion. Then you can also do this variation where I took that right foot off of my left leg and I just put my feet next to one another as I still roll back and forth, just trying to massage that area with the lacrosse ball tool that I have. I'm using the AccuMobility ball. They're pretty cheap, $25 to $35 on Amazon. Great for tissue work just like this. So we're hitting the QL, Quadratus Lumborum. This is the big indicator, an area of tension that can really be a problem for any low back tightness. Now I'm going to stretch out that right side. So sitting cross-legged, I'm going to put my left elbow on the floor and reach over my right ear and over my head with a long right arm to stretch out that area we were just working on. And you can see I'm kind of playing around with my foot position now. I'm in a straddle, but I'm always keeping my left elbow down. As the left elbow is down, I'm reaching over, I'm looking up to the ceiling, looking down to the floor, just going back and forth. We're going to be here for another few seconds here, just stretching out, being active in the stretch, trying to get my hand as far away from me as possible, but reaching over the ear to the other side of the room. Reach and stretch as active as you can. Now, let's start this process over on the left side. So you can see where I had that ball focused on the lower left quadrant of my back for the left QL. And we're trying to put most of our pressure onto that ball, really thinking about bracing your breathing intently so you can feel that ball really digging in to that tense, mushy area as I am carefully just oscillating and rotating side to side, leaning onto that left side, really letting the ball get in there. But the most important thing you can do for yourself is to breathe heavy. Fill in with a lot of air, exhale loudly. Fill in with a lot of air and exhale loudly and long to really use that exhale to relax the area. Try taking that left foot on top of the right knee. That'll add a little stretch to that high glute connecting into the lower back and the hip sector. And again, keep rotating, rolling, and oscillating side to side to really allow that tool, that ball, whatever you're using, to dig in there and release some tension. After doing that, we're going to do the same exact pace and progress as we now stretch that side out. Sit cross-legged, right elbow on the floor. Reach your left arm over your head and over your ear to the right side of your body and reach for the right side. Reach all the way to the wall. Rotate so you're looking down at the floor, then turn, show your chest to the ceiling. Rotate, look down at the floor, show your chest to the ceiling. Try the straddle position now with your legs. We're really just trying to stretch out this area as best as we can. So again, use your breath. Use that exhale to relax the area, but still be very active and reach that left arm as far away from you as you can. You want to stretch this area out now that you got in there and beat it up a little bit. Release some tension. Got some knots out of there. Stretch it out. All right, we're going to change our foot orientation to this flag position. So my right leg is bent with my right foot flat against the inside of my left thigh. I'm going to really make sure to turn my chest so that my chest is pointing to my left leg, and I'm going to reach down my left leg as far as I can go. We're all going to have different looking stretches here. I actually positioned my left hand under my leg, so it's kind of like an anchor, so it helps me to stretch deeper here. And just try to have a heavy head as you get your chest over your thigh, to get your head over your knee, and reach your hands as close to your feet as you can get them. If your hands are right under your thigh and you can barely get your chin down to your chest, that's fine. You're still feeling the stretch. Remember, everyone has their thumbprint. Everyone has a different range of flexibility. It is not something you should compare to someone else. Let's switch it. Right leg is straight. Left foot is against your right thigh as the left leg is bent in. And your chest is going to fall over your right leg. Anchor your hands under your leg if that's under your knee. Put your hands under your calf, or maybe have your hands all the way on your foot already. But make sure to really have your left arm reaching across that right leg to help your torso rotate and go over that right leg, so that left QL is getting a little bit of a stretch. That's the focus area here. But you also might feel it more so in your right hamstring. Remember, no one's the same. Whatever you're doing in this position, whatever you're feeling, that's what you need to have fixed. That's what you need to have more flexible. All right, we're going to go into a cross-legged position here. We're going to hit both orientations, so don't worry if you always have your left leg in front of your right like I do. We're just going to walk our hands out. Walk your hands out. Try to have your forearms flat on the floor. But if you can only have your hands on the floor, like I said, that's fine. Then your chest and your head are going to melt over your legs. And you're going to feel pretty decent stretch all around, from that base of your neck down your back all the way to your hips and into the glutes. You might feel it on one side more than the other, because in the cross-legged position, nothing's entirely symmetrical, which is why we are going to switch our shins right now. So switch those shins, and we're going to go back into this stretch. Again, your breath is your biggest friend here. Use huge exhales to relax deeper and just let your torso melt over your legs. Try to crawl those hands a little bit further with your fingertips just to add an extra range. As we loosen up, as we exhale more, we should be able to find a little bit more range here. And now that we're in this position for a long time, let's take some deeper breaths. Let's go one last time, taking a massive inhale. Fill up with as much air as you can. Maybe hold the breath for a second, rock your head side to side, rock your arms and torso side to side, kind of like a log roll, and exhale. Let it all out. Let your body melt even further. So come on out of that. We are going to get on hands and knees and do some cat-cow rotations, really getting some movement into your spine. Retract those shoulders as you try to look up at the ceiling and let your lower back kind of arch. Look up at the ceiling and reverse it. Now let's go one vertebrae at a time, rounding that back. Get as round as you can. Look at your belly button. Press your hands into the floor. And let's switch. Depress your chest. That chest gets closer to the floor as you look up. Arch your lower back. And go back and forth at your own pace. Like I said, we're just trying to get movement in the spine here. Now let's get some rotations. Look up to the ceiling with your right hand as you press the left hand into the floor. And switch. Right hand's in the floor, left hand up to the ceiling. Exhaling as you rotate really, really far, trying to open up the chest as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Just get some more movement here. We'll do a few more rotations, but you guys made it. That's the end of today's mobility project video. Good job. You devoted 10 minutes to making your body feel better and function better. That's awesome. And if you want more mobility projects, take a look at these videos right here. These are some of my favorites, but also the most important to hit. Keep liking and subscribing to keep these videos coming your way, guys.